Dennis. We should be live already. By the way, you muted, Dennis. We rehearsed this like 20 times.
There he
Thank you,
is. There he
Dennis.
is.
You rehearsed it 20 times. I did.
By myself, by myself. Let me see real quick. I know we already live, guys. Let me try to get all this stuff here. Welcome, guys, to another Monday here in Operation 11 Charlie. We appreciate you guys very much. Today we have Trevor Rushmore from Ledgestock. Welcome in, my brother.
Hey, hey.
Good
How
to
are
see
you guys?
Doing okay, my brother. Let me see here in the chat. We got Glenn Hobbies live. Welcome, brother. Rob Gunning, welcome in, man. Rob, thank you for the stuff there from my goodness.
PTC.
Thank you.
Yep,
PTC, brother. Thank you so much. We had Jeff in the house. We got Corey Allen. Good to see you, my brother.
Corey.
Yeah, on our RC. We got Nick in the house. Thank you so much for joining us. I know a few events coming up, guys. We have O11C is going to be at. We're going to have some guys and the Ryan Cormesser event there.
RCEC. Frankfurt,
RCEC.
Pennsylvania.
Yes, that's going to be next month. Also next month, I know Exoplex. Joe Collins, Exocase, is going to have an event there in Alabama. Also, I saw Corey and the boys, Georgia Rock Zombies, going to be there Wet and Wild at the Flat Rock in the Fort Benning area. I know our guys are going to be there as well from O11C, our local guys. So that's not a scale RC podcast. Welcome in. Good to have you guys. EA Supreme, welcome. And appreciate you guys very much. Let me try to get all this stuff ready here. Nathan, how you doing, brother?
Battling the sinuses, but doing awesome other than that. Enjoying the weather and the summer. The kids are done with school this week, so I am super looking forward to that.
It's true, bro. Yeah, the guys here are in the
Yeah.
finals. Jeremy's in the finals, doing all these finals.
Yeah.
Early week this week. Thank you. He called me. Hey, are you gonna come pick me up? I said, I'm not. 11 o'clock in the morning, and I was in Titus about an hour. It said, bro, I thought you were getting out at 3. No, it's just a test. I'm at. Oh my God. Hey, Frank, I gotta go. Yes. Yeah, he'll be done. They'll be done this week as well. One of them. Uh, good stuff. Eric, how was your weekend, bro? How's everything, man?
Good. Everything's good. Dad's doing pretty good. Going to Coca-Cola 600 this weekend, so me and my wife getting ready for that. Yeah, buddy. Oh, this trip has been planned since I want to say February. It's on our bucket list of racetracks to go to. So,
Nice. What is it? I know one year I was driving from Fort Hood to Fort Bragg, North Carolina, from Texas, Fort Bragg. So I stopped, me not knowing it was like middle of the night. Me and my wife, we stopped somewhere. All of a sudden, all these cars and what's going on? Checking all the hotels, there's nothing available. Talladega racetrack somewhere. I said, oh my goodness.
No,
Bro,
Talladega's in halfway. That's Alabama.
is that way? We passed that. I said, why are we going this way? And I'm like, we couldn't find no hotels. Bro, it took us like 2 or 3 hours trying to find one. And
Yeah.
there was some race going on there. Radioactive Dwayne, good to see you, my brother. Joseph,
Dwayne.
Joe, how was your weekend, brother?
It was okay. Different experience. My company asked me to do an Ohio-based technician competition.
Mhm.
So I took a trip up to the Kalahari water park for a technician comp, and quite the experience.
Nice.
Don't think I did so great, but it was a good experience. So
Nice. You were talking about that hotel and the water park inside and all that stuff.
oh, just insanity. Like, I don't know. I've never been to like Disney or anything like that to
Yeah.
really compare it to, but been to Cedar Point a bunch of times. But that being indoor, the square footage, the amount of hotel rooms, the amount of walking that you can do in that place is it's insane.
It's crazy,
Insane.
huh?
Recommend try it once.
That's awesome. Awesome. Moon over Miami. Welcome in, brother. Appreciate you. Uh, Dennis, how was your weekend, brother? And are you doing flying RCs and stuff? Flying cars?
I don't fly, I just pick them up. Went over to a friend's that's getting out of the hobby because he's getting up there in age. He can't make it to the flying field anymore.
Mm.
Oh,
He
man.
he can't get out and do any crawling anymore because he gets unstable on the rocks. So he
Yeah.
called and asked if I would be willing to come and grab what was left of his collection of planes, drones, and quads and donate it to the organization. I said, sure. And I've got a room full of things that fly.
Oh, snap.
Brand new planes in boxes. I've got
Wow.
6 big quads and smaller drones and quads and radios and I I got a lot of stuff.
That's awesome. Man, it's hard. It's hard when you get to that, right? Whole he can go once in a while, enjoy something, see it, right? Especially when you
Yeah,
spend
he just
so many years doing it, you know?
he loves the building side of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, so that's
And
good. He could do that from home, you know?
right.
So
So as far as him getting out to the field to fly, that's not the problem. The problem is him actually being able to keep his head up following the
yeah,
plane.
yeah.
Loses his balance.
Yeah.
So
Safety first. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So it's that time. He's got a couple that are still in the house that he'll play with.
Okay. Good.
But other than
Raymond,
that, I've got everything.
awesome. That's good. At least he knows you're gonna take care of it, you know?
Yep.
Oh, so that's good, man. Raymond, welcome in, brother. Old man of Mountain RC. Welcome in, brother. Russ, welcome in. Good to see you, bro. Um, let me see here. Prayers for Annie. Angie. My goodness, I was talking to Annie and John earlier. We were. So it was good to talk to them. And
Awesome.
yeah, prayers for Angie. Had surgery the other day. So prayers for Angie. Russ. Let me see here. Oh, let me show some of the pictures, guys. Some of the stuff that we did this week. It was past Thursday. We had our local VA class. Welcome, Rob. Good to see you, my brother. Robert, welcome in. So we had a local VA class. We had a full class, man. The picture that we can show, right? And some other stuff we are not allowed to show. So some other stuff that we show, but we had a full class, man. It was awesome. Very excited with that. Shout out to our VA social workers and psychiatrists, all the doctor, mental health department, PTSD rehabilitation program, PRRC program, all that department, mental health department. It was awesome. So again, we are still building the what is it? The base camp kit. Base
Yep.
camp kit.
Basically. Yep.
So we were going over the transmission and whatnot. We had an amazing times, fellow veterans, ladies and gentlemen. Those two ladies are awesome, man. They did amazing. So all our guys and the heck came out and helped. So thank you so much. It was a full class. We had an amazing stuff.
I love
Amazing.
seeing that room full. That is
Yeah.
fantastic.
The thing is that you don't see what's behind it. All the stuff that
Yep.
we cannot show that way back of that. So you had more people in there. And it's awesome. Awesome. A very entertaining class that everybody was interacting at that class, man. Well, we got to work on, yeah, electronics. I think that's going to be next time, electronics
Yeah.
for that. That's going to be a next class. The next class is going to be in July, because in June we going, we trying to go in the trails. Maybe each trail depends how hot it is. So we got to wait, or we're going to go to Dr. Dan's. So, good question, Joseph. So do you do any upgrades to those kits while building? Yes, we do. That's what we're gonna try to do now. That MIP, shout out to all the sponsors that are involved in this VA classes, MIP, CowRC, Dixieland, the Servo, Power
Well,
Hobbies, Power
and
Hobbies, yeah,
Axio, of course, or Horizon
Axial.
Hobbies.
Yes,
Yep.
Horizon Hobbies, everybody that was. Yes, we do, brother. We as we go, we try to upgrade right away, with electronics. But it's a kit, doesn't come with. We get to, our version of upgrading for our induction ceremonies, or future inductions, and then yeah, anything that we can upgrade, we will upgrade depending on we're going by the budget, right? So yeah, definitely. That we'll get those. We'll get some nice wheels and tires and all that stuff that doesn't come with it. So, and then we'll get 4 bodies that we need to. I wonder we could do like different style, have like different people that do paint
Yeah.
bodies. So we get, all 4 different types, and get the people to do that for that VA class. And then, so yeah, those rigs. Either some of those guys that will stay within our program O11C, either they're gonna get inducted with those rigs, or they're gonna keep on as loaners for future
Yep.
classes or whatnot. So that will be
Definitely with
coming up.
the
Yeah.
size of the class you have, the loaners are vital. That is for certain.
Oh yes, yeah, because the VA only we have our O11C loaners, and the VA, as you know, they only got 4 loaners. So those classes are getting bigger. And
Yeah.
the boats, man, shout out to Jay. The boats are being worked on right now. They're putting upgraded ESCs on the jet streams. So they will get connected to the remote control. We can look at the battery live and whatnot, and all that stuff. So looking forward to that, you know. So we got that got going on. And there anything else that happened this weekend, guys, that I messed with? That was on my end here. It was crazy week here. So that's what I got on my end on that. Also, we got, let me show this raffle, guys. I know we got some people in the chat that we gonna be ending this raffle today, right? I gotta post the link for the PayPal, but this is shout out to Fish and Bill, did this awesome body on this one. This was supposed to be raffle at the BTC event, right? But because of weathers, all that stuff, some of the raffles are gonna be done online. So today we're gonna be. Oh, somebody's calling me. We are going to be what you call it, closing this raffle tonight, guys. So it's a beautiful, beautiful body. Shout out to Fish and Bill, doing an amazing job on this one.
And it looks phenomenal in person. Um, photos and bodies sometimes don't always show the best. That body looks extremely good in person. And yeah, with the 10th year Beat the Creek, that's what the 10 is on the hood. It's definitely a cool body.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's awesome. So that's gonna be done tonight. Let me I'll try to get the PayPal so we could post that. I think it's $5 a spot, right? If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, guys. So
Yep, $5 a spot, unlimited amount. You want to, however many spots you want to donate for, feel free. It'll close out tonight.
yes. So I think that's it. Anything. So again, we got all those events coming up this summer, guys. That our guys are gonna be in, and we got many raffles coming up as some of these events had been canceled. So so we can continue a program. We're going to have to add more raffles because of not having this event. So O11C will take a big hitting on that, right? So we're going to be doing more raffles, online raffles, all that. So and that, I think that's it. So let's go with Trevor right now.
Hey,
Hey, Trevor.
what's going on, guys?
Hey, brother.
Doing
Enjoying
good,
it.
always
Great
enjoy
to have
you.
you back, man.
Yes,
Thanks for having me.
yes.
Thanks for being on the show, Nathan.
Yes, it's awesome to be here.
Yeah, buddy.
It truly is, man. I love it.
Good. I been watching you guys at Beat the Creek. It looked like it was a great time. A little wet, but fun was had. I had a bunch of my friends go and send me pictures, and of course I was jealous because I had to work and do all that stuff. But it looked like you guys had a good time.
Oh, I actually seen you at Beat the Creek.
We saw a shirt. Somebody, I saw that.
I seen this guy walking through. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Trevor Rushford on his shirt.
Yeah, that was my friend Jamie. He, he's breaking out of his shy shell, and he said he was going to do something, totally out of character for him, and that is totally out of character for him. And it was hilarious, and I didn't know he was doing that. My wife, a little backstabber, gave him the photo to you. I was like, and you couldn't have given me a heads up? She's like, no. So, yeah, it was awesome. We're a tight group. We have a lot of fun. He's super shy, so I'm excited for my payback. It's going to be very public, and he is going to glow like
snap.
Rudolph's nose. So I told him
snap.
it's coming back. That's we're one-uppers over here. We call him Mort. So too funny.
It was definitely it was funny. It was awesome, and it was a good moment.
Well, good.
Yeah, I definitely seen him. I definitely grabbed a selfie with him, and I know a whole bunch of other people did too. It was great.
I started getting texts, and I'm like, "Who? What? Why is Corey text? What the? Okay. Then Corey texted me. A bunch of people did shooting messages or texts, and I was just like, great. Yeah. Yeah.
So you were at an event that same weekend. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that event?
Yeah, I totally can. It was Go Scale Day at RC Excitement. We did it last year, and we try to make it fun, and we're like, hey, how many RC four-wheel drive trucks can we get in one place? And that's kind of where it started. And I think last year we got 240 something, and this year we broke that with 251 or two. So I don't remember the number, but we broke the record. What we do there is RC Excitement opens up the facility, and you get a ticket. And you get to ride the trails. We do some events, sled pulls. We do scale trail runs. We also do a show and shine. RC Excitement really does a great job hosting these events. I've been to many over the years, and they just phenomenal crew over there, and I love what they do. So yeah, it's just a bunch of nerds getting around with their scale trucks and talking about who's got the sweetest dollhouse build, basically. So it's a lot of fun, and we enjoy it. We stutter a lot. Apparently, I can't think of a thought. It just gets through my head. But yeah, we have fun. We have a lot of fun.
It looks interesting. I seen I had to chuckle. I seen, I think it was I can't remember if it was a post or something you were talking, and like, from now on, we're grouping them in tens.
Yes. The counting was a nightmare because we just spread them out.
Yep.
Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going down the line trying to catch them, but some of them are, double, like, because they got a trailer or whatever. So someone will count the trailer by accident. I'm like, did you count the trailer and the truck? They're like, yeah, I think I did. I was like, all right. So if we group them in tens, it'll just be that much easier. Like 10, 20, 30, 40 and, make it easier on us and everyone who counts. Oh,
so you don't spend 3 hours recounting the same trucks.
exactly. It's
The now, is that a 1 day or is that a multi-day event?
1 day.
Okay.
Just go scale day. Yeah. Yep.
Now, are they going to, and you may not know, are they going to keep that around the same exact time next year? Or are they going to try to break it off same time as Beat the Creek, kind of?
Yeah, we talked about it. There wasn't anything. We all agreed that we should probably change the weekend. And it may not be a go scale day, like, because the go scale day is on the same day as Beat the Creek every year.
Right.
So do we make it go scale day and just swing for the fences, or do we change it and be like, all right, this is what we do now? You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's kind of where we left it off, and we'll talk more probably once we hang out again down at RC Excitement and see what they would like to do, because they may want to keep it that day too. But a lot of our friends leave the area to go to Beat the Creek, so it would just be nice to have them there as well. So.
Yeah, I was excited. I got to meet a lot of your group down at Beat the Creek this year, and it was phenomenal seeing them. And it's like, man, I've seen these trucks, I've seen all these people. Doug, he always does his Sunday post, and
Dirt
like
church,
it was cool to actually catch up with them. So yeah, that's phenomenal.
Yeah, that's why you want to go to these events, to see the guys that you've only really met online, and you've seen their trucks, their builds. Now you get to see them in person. It's always nice, and so I get that aspect. It's nice. Jamie was saying the same thing. He's like, oh, I saw so-and-so. I saw so-and-so.
Yeah.
People I've never met, I finally were able to hang out with them and talk shop. So it's definitely something, we like to do.
Yeah, it makes for phenomenal conversation and connections all at the same time. So yeah, and I love the concept of the record with the RC 4-wheel drive stuff. I mean, that is a neat concept in its own right. So it is. So
yeah, I understand there's other events out there that could crush it, like Kentucky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you get your naysayers who are like, oh, we had that at Axial Fest. I'm like, yeah, you had Axials at Axial Fest.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is just something niche that we were trying to do to make it fun, get everybody excited. If you go onto my page and you look up Go Scale Day in my photos, you'll see like the amount of people who brought, like one guy, brought, I don't know, it was like 11 trucks. You know what I mean? And some of the jokes are like, look at all those RCs. What, like 7 guys bring those? It's like, yeah, we may collect some RCs. Yeah, for sure.
Yep, and that's a phenomenal aspect of the hobby.
Yeah, and the collecting is huge, dude. It's huge. It's a big part of what a lot of us do. I have a shop full of RCs that I think I drove, not all of them last year, but most of them. But it was like once in a while. I have my favorites I bring out almost every time, and then like specialty runs or something I want to change up or whatever, because I don't really drive a lot with trucks with links. I'm a leaf spring guy. I love my leaf spring trucks. So when I go out with a link truck, I feel like I'm cheating, because I'm like, this is so easy to drive on everything now. I stick to my leaf spring trucks mostly.
Well, the point you make about maybe somebody has 11 RC 4-wheel drives, the beauty of it is generally speaking, they're so different in their collection that like you can't even tell the same person has all 11 trucks, and that's what's cool to see. You see that variety and that buildability in that. So
the versatility of their building and their collections is key. Yep.
I love that aspect of it.
Me too, man. Me too.
Each one has their own personality.
That is a fact. That is a fact. I have a truck that will not stop stripping front gears. It's its favorite thing to do. It literally is. I'm like, we are literally on nothing. Why are you going right now? I'm like, this is bothering. It's just that one truck, and I've replaced that axle, that gear multiple times, changed the setup. I'm like, maybe it's binding. I can't. Nope. Just like, no, we're going to chew it up. So annoying.
Almost roll dice to see how long it's going to last this time.
That's just it too. I brought it to RC Excitement. I drove it all summer. I stripped a gear once. I replaced it. And I went here and literally driving on rocks. It doesn't like rocks. It's a leaf under truck. You know what I mean? So it's all low slung. But yeah, just on a nothing rock. I mean, literally a nothing rock. It went tink tink. And everyone said, oh, you know, when you wheel 1-to-1s and you hear that pop or that ting, and everyone's like, ah, that's like, great, good job. Thanks. Yep.
Now for the Go Scale Day, is there trailing in that too, or is it just more of a show and shine kind of event?
No, it's trail runs. They have a whole RC Excitement has a whole facility of trail runs. They have your extreme rocks, man-made rocks. Then they got scale trails with deep ruts, roots, and a couple of man-made objects. And then the nice flat run with some, you know, bridges and stuff that they built. It's pretty decent sized, and you can spend a day there and have a lot of fun with, you know, a couple different trucks. Plus, they have the
Okay.
indoor courses and stuff. It's a big facility.
That's awesome. That's always keeping an eye out for more places to go and run.
Yeah.
That's for
Yep.
sure.
Yeah, and you know, anyone who travels to the East Coast, they're a must stop, in my opinion.
Good deal. Good information.
Yep.
So you have your I guess we can touch on your top truck challenge.
Oh, the TTC?
First off, yep.
Yeah, the Top Truck Challenge, this is its second year. We got all the people that were voted in, already set and established. They got their trucks, you know, good enough for pictures, and so they got all summer to work on them and get them ready for the TTC we do here in Vermont. Last year was phenomenal. Was one of my favorite events I've ever done and held and got to witness. Seeing all these teams work together, how they work on their trucks, you know, it really is a small event with no pressure other than you need to perform when it's your turn. You know, there's the clock time and the gates, and that's it. Then you don't have to rush through the day. I think we do like 3 events a day. So it's super slow in that department. You got time to fix your truck between events. You know, I learned a lot last year about things that were not too easy, but were over too fast. So I got to lengthen a couple of things. My favorite was the frame twister. I built that to scale. Everyone was freaking out because when you look at the pictures of the real frame twister, I had the rocks and the posts all in the same spots as the other one, and people were taking pictures of their trucks and comparing them to the real trucks and how the rocks I used were scaled to the trucks in the pictures. Everyone's like, dude. I was like, this is my pride and joy. This one right here. So it worked out really well, you know, and with a small group, you get your opinions and, you know, things you can change or add or whatever. We all agreed that it needs to be scale trucks, you know, with hard bodies. You know, a Wraith won, not by much, but it did win. But so we're just going to scale it back and make it more builder friendly and builder, I guess, oriented, and make it scale in that department too. It's a lot of fun. Even my mom was into it, and my stepdad, who rarely comes around, was like, all right, this is kind of cool. I was like, right? Yeah, so it's been a lot of fun.
The obviously I wasn't there, but the pictures and the videos that I seen was absolutely amazing. And I, you know, the amount of builds I see in getting completed, like before the event itself.
Yeah.
Shout out Metal Masher and Nick Barber. I believe they were literally putting a huge, you know, a full scale Metal Masher body onto the frame and putting it all together while they were there.
Yeah, that truck was probably the one that broke the most. Sorry, Nick, but it's because they used the old I forget which HBI Wheelie King axles, and they are butter. They just kept
Yeah.
snapping, tink tink, but they were replacing them in their time frame on the trail, just like they do in the real TTC, right?
Yep.
So they had a pocket full of axles, and you could see them taking this off, taking that off, sliding out, taking out the broken axle, sliding in the new one, going, then driving 10 feet, tink, another one goes. You know what I mean?
Yep.
The frustration was a little bit there, but they were spirited about the whole thing, embraced the whole embodiment of what I had envisioned for the
Right.
event. Those guys are awesome. I love those guys. They're fun to be around. Nick, and
Yep.
and Blake's funny. He's quiet, does his thing. Yeah, it's
Yep.
awesome. Everyone that was there was awesome.
For untested, assembled on the spot, I'm like, hey, it looks phenomenal.
Yeah, in the looks department, it was one of the best looking ones. My friend Ben Murray's Scorpion.
Yep.
There was nothing better.
Yeah.
I was holding it. I'm
Yep.
like, how can I take this from you without spending a boatload of money? How about I just bury you in the back? And I don't know where you went. The quality and craftsmanship these guys put into these trucks and the abuse they give them immediately is pretty impressive. I was like, all right, you guys are not only building it, but you're here to destroy them. So it's been a lot of fun.
And I guess part of the intrigue, just watching it, is the commitment, because they're building these trucks not knowing if they're going to actually make the voting side of things.
Yep.
So that's a commitment in its own right.
Yep.
And then, of course, the voting process happens. So they're sitting on, pins and needles waiting to see if they get it.
Yep. Yep.
And then the real commitment comes whenever they do win the spot. And of course, they have to go to Vermont
They make the trip.
to make the trip, and then
Yep.
put in the time, and then they got to make the commitment to damage what they've just spent all this time getting voted in. Like it's phenomenal. It's something really interesting to watch. So, like you said, it's all filled up for this year's challenge. But find the Facebook. I believe if I don't have it linked on the Facebook,
it's RCEC Top Truck Challenge.
Yep,
it's all it is.
So follow that.
Check it out.
It is just phenomenal. The builds and the realistic aspect to it, and the commitment that all these builders and Trevor, in terms of putting the event together, and all your people that help you. It's commitment the whole way around, and it's phenomenal. It's great to see.
Thanks, man. I got to thank Dana Miller. He does a TTC out wherever he is. I don't know where he is. He sent me a score sheet that made my life so easy. It was all on a laptop. So all we had to do was input the scores, and it did all the math for us, right? So I was like, this saves me so much stress and headache of wondering what I can do for points. And he was like, just do this. So thank you, Dana, for that. Also, I'm excited for what we're doing this year. We're going to change a couple of things. The hill climb was a lot of fun, but I got to make it a little more challenging. A couple of them struggled on it, but a couple of them did really well. And I think we'll do that. Tank traps are all new, going to be a different layout again. But I'll bring back frame twister the same. The rock Rubin mini Rubicon will be the same. So, but a couple of changes, not a lot, but a couple.
I got to ask you, did you keep the scale rocks and all the pieces that you had to make it what it was, or are you going to have to start over from scratch?
Start over from scratch. So it's on my parents' land. Ray's my stepdad. He's a construction guy. So he's like, no, because it's just going to get crushed and moved and ran over with all what he does there in the summer. So it took me and my nephew Colton and a couple of my family members, probably like 2 to 3 weeks to get it all done, like really focused. And it was fine. So I think that's kind of what we'll do next time. Just go over after work, bang out a couple of things. It's not hard to build courses in that amount of time.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're down because I know you used to do more events. You had a Camel Trophy series. You kind of are you down to just the Talk Truck Challenge and the Ledgestock event? Or are you doing other Camel Trophies as well?
Well, yeah, I've taken a huge step back this year to focus on my family. My mother-in-law is battling cancer right now. So my focus has
Prayers,
been,
brother.
no,
Prayers,
thank you guys.
Brother.
It's a nightmare. We've been surrounded by a lot of our family members passing away in the last 5 years. So it's like I don't want to be so marred down with events this year that I just can't make commitments because I have to be with my family. So I'm doing one Nets event in July in Massachusetts to try and appease the guys who, have built these trucks
Yeah.
for this event specifically. And then I pull out the rug and be like, hey, I'm not doing the series this year. So I'm going to do one this year and then just Ledgestock and the TTC. I'm helping out RC Excitement this weekend with a rally race, and those are my only commitments that I have this year. I
Gotcha.
just need to get out of this funk, and I kind of want to go to events that
Yeah.
I'm not responsible to do anything,
Right.
and that way, if I need to come home, I can come home without
Right.
issues. So that's
Gotcha.
kind of why I've been taking a step back. Life. I need to
Yep.
be around for it.
I feel you.
Yep.
Yep. The now with that the July Nets event, is it going to be just Land Rover, or are you doing all the versions of it? Okay.
All the versions. Yeah, we changed the names of them. I can't for the life of me think of what they are right now. Basically, I've broken it down into 3 separate categories. The Land Rovers will always be by themselves. Always. That's my
Yep.
favorite. That's the concept where it all started. What I used to have was an American and a foreign. I just
Yeah.
combined those two now, and
Gotcha.
so they can roll together. You know what I mean? So you
Get
can
your
have a Chevy with a
numbers and
Toyota. You know what I mean,
yeah.
and go with that. And the other one is for those comp guys who build a super scale truck on like a comp chassis. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And they
Yeah.
want to use, comp style setups and less of this and less of that. So it's kind of more of I don't want to say an extreme scale truck, but that's basically it, where it's got the
Right.
high arcs and it's made to compete like in
It's a
aggressive ways.
performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like my dollhouse trucks to be dollhouse trucks, and it's struggled street for them to drive. And the comp guys don't like that. They want their stuff to do exactly what they want it to do when they aim it at something. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I just kind of but they were all mad because they were excluded. You're like, I'm not driving, I've got this perfectly scaled truck, but it's on, an NSW
Uh,
chassis or a
yeah.
GMRC, carnivore or something. And it's all sick, don't get me wrong, but it's not
Right.
fair to go against, an RC four-wheel
Yeah.
drive or Team Raffy or a Boom Racing,
Yeah.
super scaled out truck, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it's my
Right.
event, so I'll run it how I want.
There you go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Next test,
that's
scale aggressive. Scale aggressive.
There we go.
scale
Scale
aggressive.
aggressive. I like that.
Yeah, it is
Yes,
good.
Nick. Yeah, Nick.
So yeah, well
So
that's good information. I'll have to look at date up and find that event, and we'll get it out there as well. Because
yeah, it's not
the
posted anywhere yet. I'm working. I got to talk to Doug, my THP member. He has a campsite, and we're trying to, or not a campsite, but a campground that they wheel at, and we're trying to get a whole weekend out of it. So we'll come down Friday night, spend the night, Saturday, do the events, barbecue Saturday night, go home on Sunday, all on site. So
nice.
I haven't. We talked about it, and he said the campgrounds weren't open yet when we talked about it. So I gotta remind him and see what we can come up with.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good
but once I do,
deal.
I'll announce it on the page.
Good deal.
Yeah.
And then I guess we'll talk about your huge Ledgestock. I guess the first question I have is: there still tickets available for that?
Yes, there is. There's a few left. Yep. Yeah, I'd
Okay.
say there's about 20 tickets left. I haven't looked. I've got a couple of people who pre-regged today. I got to get back to my
Wow.
numbers. Yeah. So yeah, we're 150 limit cap, just because when you do 12 events in 3 days, basically, you
Yeah.
got to have the time to get everybody who wants to be in the event in the event.
Really?
You
Yeah.
know, it's one thing. I was talking with the guys, a couple of the guys the other day. I said, what if we just got rid of the majority of the events, kept like 2 or 3, and just opened the trails at Field and Forest? And they're like, no. I was like, all right. They're like, don't do that. I was like, all right. Like, we love the events. We love the events. Keep the events. I was like, all right. Because I got a group of guys I talk to, and we bounce ideas off from, I'm like, I want to stay relevant. I want to stay, up with the times. And,
Yeah.
they're like, there's places that do just that. Like USTE did that, but they're no longer, but you know what I'm saying? Beat the Creek does that. They just trail runs all day long whenever you want, and there isn't a lot of events. And some people want the events. They want the monster trucks. They want the mud drags. They want the dirt drags. They want this. They want that. They want sled pulls. But I was like, okay, so we'll continue the course, and we keep it capped at 150 drivers, which will usually average us out to 300 people because they bring family and
Right.
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where that's our good comfort zone as far as getting everybody in.
Now, with that 150, is that counting, like, if you register a kid for an event, is that counted in that 150? So they're
Yes.
okay. All right.
Anyone
Just
who's
double-checking.
competing gets counted as
Okay.
towards the cap number. So when I have 150 pre-registered, we're shutting it off.
Gotcha.
Yep. And that's
Makes sense.
that doesn't include my people that help me out with the event. You know what I mean? That's
Right.
people who have gotten the tickets and who are in the show. And so yeah, last look, we were at 25 left. So yeah.
Good deal.
Like I said, I had a couple this week. I haven't, gone to the emails and looked. So
That I said, yeah, Jeff, one of our veterans said he'll be there.
Jeff did? All right.
Jeff, one of our veterans there from that area.
Oh
We're
yeah.
gonna see you guys.
Oh yeah, I see the comments now. Yep. Jeff, yeah. Tony goes. Sometimes Sean.
Sean is all over the place now. He's in Texas right now. That's why he's been traveling all over the place, man.
Yeah.
Hasn't been back in New York for a minute.
He's literally been bounced all over the place. So he
Last
has.
last 2 years, right?
Yeah, he's all
years.
over.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
he was
think-
just here in Ohio for construction and
Yes.
semi-scale
Yeah.
event.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think Cabin Fever is about the only event that I can think of this year that he's made.
Yeah.
Well, I think
So-
all the people at Ledgestock have been bullying him, so he hasn't come because he doesn't like pickles or peanut butter. So everybody's just been tagging him in all the pickles and all the peanut butter stuff you could think of. I was like, you guys leave that man alone. He doesn't want pickles. Let him be a child. It's fine.
No peanut butter, no pickles, no pizza, no
Yeah.
man.
Weirdo.
I'm telling you, man.
He's a good man. I like him though.
Yeah.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, but Ledgestock, we still have all the events, the same events. We do the rally racing, which is a lot of fun. You race after your car through the course at usually Mike Dimmick sets that up and gets the help. We have a bridge, orange lines, we race through the campgrounds, out through the roads. You have to chase behind it. That's the rally. We do dirt drags. But one thing we're doing this year that is new is the semi dirt drags and the semis.
Oh.
So I announced it early on this year. So we're getting the haulers, the Tamiya haulers or whatever you build. John Sullivan from 837 Trailers is building 2 identical trailers with boxes with weights in them. So you've got a drag race with those attached to your truck.
Ah,
So
okay.
we're going to be on the dirt drags this year for the first time. Pretty excited about that. There seem a lot of people seem very interested in that.
That is cool.
Yeah, and we're doing obviously monster truck freestyle at the Chaos Coliseum like we do every year.
Yes.
Mega trucks will be back as well. Rock bouncing is still huge. Sled pulls, I guess, if you're into that. We're doing the Jeep Jamboree, the Toyota Trail, where you follow a real one-to-one out on the trails with your RC. That was cool. We did
That's
that
cool.
last year. Yeah. We're doing the donation rides again we're raising money for this kid named Jericho who's battling cancer here in Vermont, New Hampshire, actually. I think he's in New Hampshire. Sorry. And so we're going to be raising money. We do off-road rides and fundraisers for him, as we do for our guest of honor every year. In odd and ends, we're doing Hot Wheels racing.
Sumo table.
Yep, sumo table's coming back. So is the mosh pit. Those are kind of like night fun events that we do. My sumo table video that I made last year of Doug winning got 20.5 million views on my Instagram. Unilad shared it. A couple other places have shared it, like these bigger platforms. It's on YouTube somewhere. Someone snagged it off my Instagram and posted it up. So yeah, we're hoping to, just have a lot of fun. That's really what it's all about.
That's awesome.
Yep. Then you're still doing the barbecue.
Thursday night barbecue. My nephew brought a smoker last year, smoked a ton of meats for all of us, and we all chip in with sides. We had so much left over, we were giving it away to, people to bring home and stuff. But yeah, well, we want to make sure everyone's fed. We all like to eat. Not everyone's an eater like me, So we learned not to get so much, but it was we'll have enough again. But yeah, Thursday nights it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Colton is here. Welcome.
Colton is?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's my nephew. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, oh yeah. Sorry I'm late, boys. I see it now over there. Yeah, so he's the one that runs the smoker. He's going to do that again this year. Yeah.
That is phenomenal. Now the rally cars are you limited on chassis, or are you kind of open with a rally car? What's your restrictions on that?
Well, with our rally, what we have done is only like the on-road size, like the Tamiya XV01, Kyosho phasers, that smaller 1/10 scale rather than Traxxas's big 1/8 scale rally cars. Just because we're trying to keep it's I don't want to say a spec class, but you're only allowed a brushed motor on 2S because we don't want you ripping through, smashing things, because how some people they're just too throttle happy, and when they're in a race mode, they just kind of lose all common sense. So we try and limit the missiles that they have to not hurt anybody. But that's 1/10 scale, the Tamiya size, and we've had a lot of success with that. A lot of success. It's one of our bigger races.
I know I've seen it. I've directed a lot of people to that. The through the camp and all that stuff is always cool and fun to watch every year. It's a blast, and incorporating it like that makes it fun.
Yeah.
Now, have you the monster truck side of things? You guys don't do the mini monster trucks at all. It's just the big. Okay, like the LMTs and type like that.
LMTs, SMT 10s, and Kyosho has one in there. If it's a monster truck, you can run it. Some people have taken their purpose-built mega trucks, thrown monster truck tires on them to run the event. So we allow that too. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, as long as it fits in the rules category. Yep. Rock bouncing, we separate those still. We have the purpose built with the metal cages. Those run by themselves at night. And then we call the unlimited, which is your Rift, your Wraith, your Bomber, any plastic molded cage. We even let SMT 10s run in there, if they put on some not monster truck tires, just some rock bouncing tires. We let those guys run with them because it's got the plastic cage. But that's usually our biggest is that one right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely see a ton of footage of those events. The rally, the monster trucks, and the bouncers are nonstop coverage. That's for sure.
Yeah,
and the pictures at night doing the hill climbs and stuff is always great.
Yeah, we love that. We try and make the rules loose, not too restrict. This kid Cam came and he's got, a limousine rock bouncer. It's 40 feet long. I swear to God. I was like, dude, you can't run that next year. He's like, oh, come on. I was like, dude, you got at least twice the length of everybody here. Like your back is still touching the top of the rock while your back is still down here. And he's like, yeah, I know. I was like, fair enough. So we're going to limit the length you can have a bouncer. I think rift length is as far as we're allowing anyone to build their bouncers at. But
standing
you
there
learn as you go. Yeah.
Standing there with a bandsaw next time around to start cutting them down to length.
I don't care, bro. Yeah. You don't fit this jig, you can't bounce. Yeah.
Yep. So the Hot Wheels racing, that's I haven't heard about that one before. So why don't you fill us in a little bit on that?
All right. Well, Hot Wheels is what I say is my other ninth hobby because I have so many hobbies. It's ridiculous. But Hot Wheels has always been around since I was a little guy. And we raced my kids and my nephews when they were very young. We had a 6-lane Hot Wheels track we used to race. And we just had weekends where we just spent time racing Hot Wheels the entire time. Well, I've kind of gotten back into collecting again and racing. And so, I've got custom built Hot Wheels, and stock Hot Wheels. I just race. I have a track behind me. I don't know if you can see it. I'll try and show you. See all the boards?
Oh,
Heck
okay.
yeah.
Yep.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Heck yeah.
Here, hold on. I can unplug its charge. You're gonna have to bear with the movement. So it starts right here, and it goes down into the corner, comes back around, kind of a big, snaky turn S. Don't mind the mess, guys. And then it goes into this, goes onto that white thing there, and ends down by the foam, right?
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay.
We have family races right now here at the house. My goal is to set it up like I don't know if you've ever checked YouTube Hot Wheel racing out on you. Look up. Let's see, trying to think of their names. Gravity Throttle Racing, right?
Huh.
When you get bored, you want to check that out. Go down that rabbit hole. It's phenomenal. It's announcers. They're talking about racing. They race these Hot Wheels 4 at a time. Some have custom tracks. Some have tracks like that, and they're announcing the races. Gravity Throttle Racing is one of the best. You can check them out, but that's what got me back into it. So I'm bringing my 6-lane Hot Wheels track to Ledgestock, and we're going to have one of the nights we're all hanging out, have races. We got a couple of awards, because a lot of the guys at RC have Hot Wheels and have been collecting Hot Wheels for forever. And they're all excited to have a reason to use them, other than sit on the shelf. So yeah, that's kind of my other hobby, and I enjoy doing that. It gets my son and I to race. My family, my mom's buying Hot Wheels. So like we're kind of all getting into the hobbies together, which I like. Because I had another conversation. I know I'm probably rambling, but you get burnt out sometimes, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so you do something else, and you do that for a little while until that other thing kicks back in. And that's kind of where I'm at. Like my friend Jamie Mort, he's like, you're still in winter Trevor mode. Like when I go into winter mode, I shut down. I don't do anything RC. I don't do anything like, I don't want to say fun, but anything like that. So I just kind of kick back, reset, and I haven't got into the RC mode right now where I'm working on RCs and stuff. Got a lot of work, a lot of things to do. But the Hot Wheels keeps me in the hobby of vehicles, I guess, you know.
Right.
But it just kind of pours into my cup and gets me excited about it again.
Oh, thank you, Trevor. He got me looking into Hot Wheels
There,
now.
Dennis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dennis.
has
Look at this,
one.
Dennis. Let me
Yeah,
see. Hold
Dennis.
on. I think Dennis has the first Hot Wheel. He was there ever.
He was
Somewhere.
there. Yep.
He was
There was
there.
a rock with acorns for wheels.
There you go.
Yep.
There we go.
Yep.
That's awesome, man.
But
Oh,
yeah, I
snap.
love this. I cannot believe how many of my friends on Facebook, every once in a while, I'll see one of them pop up and they have this massive Hot Wheels collection. And
Mhm.
it's phenomenal. And it's like, man,
Yeah.
it's awesome. It's cool.
Yeah.
So,
I don't even have half of them out, but when you saw when I was showing you what is out, I still have a
Yeah.
bunch in boxes, in bags that I'm gonna. It's too much, but I don't stop. I'm like, someday my grandkid's gonna get all these.
Now I gotta go to Walmart. You
Yes,
see?
sir. Yeah.
Rob Gunny says 3D bootmaker is
Yes,
another
3D bot
awesome
maker. Yes, thank you,
bot
Rob.
maker. Yeah,
Yes,
bot maker. Yep.
their commentary is the best commentary out there. They're so funny, and they're the ones who started it all, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I remember seeing their videos and then all the other videos coming up after. But yes, Gravity Throttle Racing, 3D Bot Maker.
But
And there's a couple other ones that I'm forgetting, but those two are the main ones. Yeah, I'm going to be on Gravity Throttle Racing with one of my custom builds that they're doing coming up soon. So
nice.
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, it's one of their halftime shows. I'm pretty excited. We'll see how it goes because it's just like RC. There's a whole community of how do you make these
Yep.
Hot Wheels blistering fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm at the bottom of the barrel trying to figure out how to make things fast, while these guys are working with oils and compounds and all this other
Gee.
stuff. I'm like, mine rolls. Is that cool?
Mine jets downhill.
Yeah. It's like, how deep do I want to go into this? So long as I keep beating my family, I'm good.
There you
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Well, hey, you cannot beat anything that drives a connection, especially within a family. So
Yeah.
it's a win no matter what. So
Yeah.
anything on top of that is just bonus at that point.
Yeah. And I say it's a cheap hobby to get into with Hot Wheels. It really is,
Yeah.
$1.25 at the most if you're just going with your mainline Hot Wheels, and you race them and have fun.
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of a nonstop, endless pool of fun you can have with a few dollars.
Yeah,
And of
exactly.
course, kids, anytime they
Mhm.
get a different Hot Wheels, it's like Christmas all over again. So,
What do you say, kids? I'm like that now.
I
Yeah.
won't put an age on kids.
Yeah, I just picked this one up. I had never seen the Jeep 73J10. I was like, oh
That's
my
awesome.
God, I gotta have that trophy truck. I thought it was so cool. Yep. But anyways, that's another hobby, another time waster, as my wife says.
Well, that's cool that you're incorporating it into Ledgestock. Like, I
Yeah,
think that'll be a fun thing.
yeah, I hope so. We did it maybe 3 years ago. I didn't have a 6 lane. We just set up a bunch of like 2 lanes of track, over some picnic tables and raced, and that was pretty fun. But to have a purpose lane with a timer, the whole bit, long track, people are going to lose their mind. So it's going to be fun.
That will be cool.
Yeah. I like night events, like Mosh Pit, Sumo Table, and Hot Wheels are night events, where like all the RCing action of events are done. Now these are just side things that you can do or not do. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we'll see how they go.
Now, do you have a Nets type event for Ledgestock this year?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's the New England Trophy Series. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
that's staying. Yeah, that's
Okay.
always going to be a part of it. You know, that's one of the bigger scale events we do. And I think with the incorporation of the two that were separate now are one, it will grow now
Yeah.
to be bigger. Yeah, because not everyone likes Land Rovers. Why? I don't know, but they want to run their Toyotas with their tiny little bodies and squeak through all the things. So
Yep.
go with that.
Yeah. Well, I know that it's a massive uh, event that is super intriguing in the way that it's done. Like your team and the whole aspect of it all is phenomenal.
Yeah, and like I said, when I canceled the series this year, I didn't get a lot of blowback from anyone, but I did get some, well, that sucks, and my friend, he's like, yeah, wouldn't you be bummed if you built a truck and the guy canceled it? I was like, yeah, but the guy didn't commit that he was doing it, until too late. But yeah, we'll have the Nets event at Ledgestock. It is one of my favorite events, but again, just because of what I'm going through, I
Yeah.
felt like that was too much commitment this year, and we'll just see how it goes for next year. If I have to still be around or whatever. But it's not an event that I'm getting rid of. It's just I can't commit to four of these events in four different states. That's kind of what we've been doing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you've been extremely busy jumping. So honestly, I think it's kind of good
Yeah.
to go down to the couple events, and I'm just
Mhm.
happy to hear that there's still going to be one at Ledgestock. So that'll
Yeah.
be phenomenal, phenomenal footage and a good time, especially if
Yeah. I hope so. Mhm.
with the amount of people. Now, how many people did you have last year? Do you remember your number for Ledgestock last year?
Was 120
120. Okay,
drivers.
so
Yeah. We were like
right.
what was it? 258 total or something like that of people that were there, but 120 drivers. Yep.
Okay.
And we were feeling not the pinch, but we were like, all right, not too many more than this. So I was like, we're capping at 150.
There you
So
go.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're already over last year's numbers. So yeah,
good deal.
yeah, I'm excited. I really am. Like, you want to see your hobby grow. You want to see the fruits of your labor, so to speak, and you want to
Yeah.
see your events grow that you do. And it's also, you got to keep in mind that you need it to be quality over quantity, right?
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to just be like, let everybody in and then have a crap event and people be mad, but you're like, I'm rich. Not really, but you know what I mean. Uh, I just rather people come, have fun, enjoy their time, and then leave with a smile on their face. The place itself can only handle so many people on their site, so we couldn't grow much past what we're doing as it is anyway.
Right.
So yeah, I'm pretty pumped.
That's
Well,
awesome.
that and limiting it also not only makes it so that everyone has the consistent event that they want to have, but
Yeah,
also it makes it so you and your people helping you aren't doing challenges till 3 a.m. in the morning to make sure
exactly.
everybody gets through. I mean
Yes.
that's a big aspect of it to understand as well on your
Hmm.
staff and your own mental. You got to get
Yeah.
your sleep and everybody's got to get rest.
Well, that's just it, and the guys, my RCEC guys have really stepped up in the last couple of years to help me because I was getting burned out. I was doing it all, and I was like, "We're done." They don't even mean we're done. I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm minimal reward to it, if I'm being honest, And it's
Hmm.
like I want to grow the hobby, but at what expense? I'm taking a week of vacation off from my family. I'm not making a ton of money. You want to do it, but you want to make some money too. I'm not going to be
Yeah.
say you don't, you know what I mean? Because that would be weird. But I don't want to be rich off it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yep.
it's like I want it to pay for the hobby, my hobby. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what it does. It went to fixing my truck, so that was cool. Not, but it's the help is needed, and it's been much better ever since. So, yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Always a lot easier when you have a good crew, surrounding
Absolutely.
you. So yeah, good people. Yeah. I'm not looking in Amazon on racetracks for tracks for Hot Wheels. No, I'm not. Already have a few saves.
Yeah.
Thank
So if you
thank
want the wide track racing like I have, it's this NASCAR fast track or something like that.
I saw it got
And
different colors. It's a flex track. Some
yeah, there's a flex track too, but I don't know how wide that is. Like this one
oh
here, it's all open lanes. It's all one track. Here, I'll show you again. Kind of give you an idea here. Let me take two cars. I'll take two cars I've never raced, so you can see kind of where they go. They're going to crash into the end, but I'm going to flip the camera around so it's easier for you guys. I think I can do that. Hold on.
Yeah, it should.
Right there.
hold on,
Okay.
let's
Whoops. Yeah, I just closed the window there. There we go. So basically, my friend John Baskins, he's building me a start gate, right? So you
nice.
have two tracks, right? And then when you get into the gray, there's nothing there. See how it's all wide open?
It's all wide.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll just give you a quick run, so you guys can kind of see what we do here.
Heck yeah. I like it. It's something to do with the boys here, man. I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. My son, he came up with this half pipe idea because they shoot off here and then they come up here and like if they get too high, cars go underneath. See this arc right here?
Yeah.
That is literally the arc you want to take with your car. We have cars shooting up here because they're too fast. So it's kind of crazy. Some will drift around the corner and then they get on this straightaway and anything that's really fast will blow the doors off all the other cars. But you can see like I've got cars everywhere. So
That is cool, man.
yeah, it's a bit of a mess, but that's kind of what I do, and it's good winter fun too. Because if you have a lot of snow like we do or freezing temperatures, racing Hot Wheels inside is nice. So
Or hot as hell, triple digits, right?
that too. I'm in my ice cold basement. But yeah, that's
That's
kind of
awesome.
that's what we do. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
That's awesome, brother.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let me see here, guys, real quick. We have a raffle that we're gonna be closing in today, guys. I know there's a bunch of people came in at the end, and also we still have a few at 9:45-ish. We're gonna be closing the raffle, guys. So again, we have a nice BTC 10 body that Fishing Bill painted for us. So we're supposed to be doing this raffle at BTC this year, because weather stuff. Well, we're gonna be doing those raffles online. So this is the body we're gonna be raffling off, guys. We're gonna be closing this raffle off tonight. So it's $5 a spot. Again, and then we're gonna be doing this at 9:45-ish. Awesome. Dominic, welcome in. Welcome, Ross. Anybody that we met, Kurt, welcome in. Appreciate you guys very much. Go ahead, Nate. Appreciate Nate.
Yeah.
Today
You
coming in.
guys, I'm going to have to bounce out. You guys all have a phenomenal week. Stay safe. Take care, everybody.
You as well, brother.
Awesome.
Great
Take
seeing
care, Nate. Awesome.
Later, Nathan.
Later, guys.
Awesome stuff, man. I wanted to show on that. I think I showed this once real quick. Where I put mine? John Davis, one of our O11C veterans out there from Indiana. Guys, if you guys go with us to Beat the Creek, Action Fest Badlands, look at the details on this stuff, guys. Memorial Day coming up. The stuff that this guy, this is amazing. One of our fellow veterans, John Davis. So awesome job, John. We have a few that came in from him that we're gonna be giving it to some of our local veterans here. So did an amazing job, man. And then I love this dog tags. Dog tags right here. They're not trader printed, well made, right? You can move them and whatnot. Twisted tree, man. I order some more for those. Yeah, yeah. So good stuff, man. This is some nice stuff. Thank you, John. Awesome stuff from John, man. Like always, man. Love that stuff. Love that stuff. Let me see here. Trevor. What else, Trevor? What else, brother?
No, that's really it, man. I've got a low schedule this year, and I'm just kind of playing it by ear. So
okay,
that's really it. Just watching everyone enjoy the hobby and enjoy the events they do, trying to squash the negative of people that try and ruin the hobby, and just move on.
That's it. I always keep doing the positive is all we can do, man. I hope people do more positive, right? And regardless, whatever you're doing, whatever hobby you're doing, just being positive, man. Being positive, helping out people and whatnot. Just being part of the solution, not part of the problem. So enjoy the family, enjoy the friends, enjoy your brothers, memories, build memories.
Amen.
Welcome, Chunky. Appreciate you. Also, man, we got some hats, guys. We have a bunch of hats. Well, not bunch. We got some hats. We usually sold out. But we have a bunch of hats here, that are left there from the O11C. So anybody interested there's $30 plus shipping. They're been going out. They've been selling out good for us here. So we got some hats. I think we have a hoodie, one hoodie left. 2X.
Real quick, Javi,
go ahead.
anybody in the chat that wants to buy any raffle tickets for the body, make sure that you put in the notes BTC10.
Thank you.
This way it doesn't get put in as a donation, that it goes towards your entry for the body.
Yes. Well said, brother. Well said. Yeah, we got a few shirts left here that are new logo. Right here, you see here on the back, right? RC Adventures. Yeah, RC Adventures for Heroes. So we have one of these hoodies left, guys. And I know, Dennis, so we got you. You have extra small last time. Now we got you small.
Yeah, he sent me baby gap size last year, and now I got my extra large.
So you good now? You square away, right?
Yeah.
Baby gap.
Baby gap has been seen as. That's awesome, man. Awesome stuff here. Man, there's some slime painting here from one of our guys there. Yeah, those are the ones we got left, guys, on that. And then also, thanks to Jeremy Burris, he donated for our raffles as well. That's the next one after we close this one. We have what was, oh my goodness, of course. I was going to ask Nathan, and he's not here. We have a max, a mini max. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I have to go. I got something I got to take care of.
Go ahead, Trevor.
I just wanted to say thank you guys for having me on again. I love what you do. Keep it up. And if you need me to share anything, please reach out and I'll share it however you need me to. But thanks for having me on the show, you guys. I truly appreciate it.
Thank you, Trevor. Be safe, brother.
Good night.
Will do. Yep.
Okay,
Bye.
brother.
Thank you.
Awesome. So we have a mini max. That's gonna be the next raffle. Thanks to Jeremy. Oh, I don't know why I cannot open the Facebook here on my computer, man. Always a mess here. I hate that the business side of the start is crazy.
I want you to quit using Dennis as an IT guy.
right? I can't. How can I? How can you pass Dennis? Hey, Javi, I want to help you out. I said, Dennis, okay, man. How you can say no to Dennis?
Oh,
You know?
he is.
No.
Always blame the old guy because he's not going to be around long.
Man, don't- this guy, don't say that. You got maybe like 2 more. I mean, no, 20 more years.
20. I better have more than that.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, I can open that. So it's a Minimax. It's in the Minimax four-wheel drive. That's gonna be our next raffle. Jake, welcome in, Jake. Got our dirt ninja sneaking in.
That's what I do.
Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Frank, welcome in, my brother. Welcome in. Appreciate you. Those are awesomeness. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I put fishing bill BTs. Yes, yes, you did. Yes, you did, Rob. Yes, you did. So we got some other stuff going on. We're gonna be doing like in 10 minutes. We're gonna be doing that raffle. So Milka, welcome in. Good to see you. Yes, yes. So we got Milka. We got Milka, our O11C social worker, always been doing their stuff. Today, so we got some other stuff going on. We're gonna be doing like in 10 minutes. We're gonna be doing. Dennis, that's Dennis. You see? That's why,
Yes.
he's just trying to help, but you muted Dennis anyway. I said, what? I hear that guy talking. We got Milka. We got Milka, our again, social worker.
What are you doing,
muted
old
it.
man?
What are you watching? Stop
He's
looking at us.
He's watching the stream.
He is. You muted again. You muted. You muted. Unmute yourself, Dennis. Go ahead.
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the hand movements. Look, I don't know what I'm doing.
Hey,
What are
You
you
know
marching
what?
with an aircraft or something?
that's that Italian. He's muted again. You muted yourself again. Hey, Paisan.
Stop.
Well, the last 2 times you muted yourself, it wasn't me. Oh Lord.
Oh,
Everybody,
that's
this is
hilarious.
what I got to deal with.
So when I run into issues here with the computer stuff, thanks to Dennis always helping out. Appreciate you, brother. So Milk called for me, sorry I'm late, and everybody needs an extra support. Just a chat during Memorial Weekend. Yes, yes. Thank you for mentioning that, Milka. Especially Memorial Day. We don't know we're gonna have a show next Monday. Don't but Memorial Day, we don't celebrate Memorial Day, right? Battle. So it's a time to mourn and remember our guys are fallen, guys. So it's a different day for us veterans, all that stuff. So appreciate you. You're not alone. We are in this together, definitely. Thank you, Milka. Appreciate that. And let me see, guys, what else we need to mention before we go to our raffles and then we start saying our goodbyes, guys. Anything else, Dennis, Joe, Eric, that we need to mention that I
I think
forgot?
everything's pretty much covered
Hubbard,
for
Yeah,
now,
that's pretty
anyhow.
much it so far.
yes.
Oh, the wristbands.
Oh, the wristbands. That's gonna be another raffle, right? That we're gonna be doing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, oh, look at that! All these guys. Oh, hold on. Let me add Eric is add Spotlight too. Look at this. That's what's up. Awesome. So we're gonna be doing. Is this gonna be doing a raffle or is it a sale, Dennis?
These are sale.
Oh, gonna be on sale.
These are
Okay.
going to be sale.
Okay.
They're $35. There is, I believe, 31 or 32 of these left right now.
Okay.
And we have one that we're going to raffle.
Okay. Sweet,
And
sweet.
one I do believe is a different weave.
Okay.
So you got to forgive me because I don't remember the gentleman's name that did the engraving,
Oh yes.
but this is a collaboration between Hard Park RC, Lanyards by Tony, and I'm just drawing a blank on the gentleman that did the laser engraving and the anodizing to them. But he did them distressed, and on the back is like a little Easter egg of a typographical
I'll be back,
Topographical,
guys.
not
I'll be
type,
back.
top.
Bear's
type.
going crazy. I'll be
top.
back.
It's a topo map on the backside of it.
It's an Easter egg that he had put on there for everybody to see.
That's not an Easter egg. That doesn't even look like an egg.
I think I hear your wife calling you.
No, she's not.
But yeah, $35 a piece. There is, like I said, roughly 32 of them left. One is going to be raffled that has a different weave to it. And that will be coming up soon. We'll keep everybody updated on that. There was some other trucks that were donated by Low Dollar RC and Country Junction.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was mostly the low dollar RC club.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we have, I know this one we're gonna be doing, I don't know what this, the Element, we're gonna be doing a raffle with a special body on it. Yeah, the other stuff is for our housebound, when we go our housebound stuff with the VA hospital for the mini crawlers. They were donated as well. You shout out to them for the donations that they did and all the guys on that. So that's pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. Again, we're gonna be lining up a lot of raffles going on. So the next couple of months, guys. So go ahead, Dennis, brother.
Friday, Lanyards and Tony and I raffled off 2 lanyards along with 2 hats for the
Oh,
organization.
nice.
And it was just a fluke that the person that had won both raffles was one person and bought numerous tickets.
That's awesome. That was this past Friday.
Yeah, we did it this past Friday. It was 8 o'clock. He did it live on Facebook.
Oh, and I missed. Well, we had my baby cousin got married on Friday. Yeah, missed that live.
I was going to ask you if you got your Beat the Creek drum from Charlie.
Yeah, right here. Got it right here. And some others say Charlie came that week, the same week, and he came back with a clean Jeep. With a clean Jeep. And then all this, so he came and gave us all this stuff here from that. So that's stuff.
Thanks again to Robert Gunning for
Yes.
all the donations that we raffled off at Beat the Creek.
Yes.
All hand painted.
He does an amazing job, guys. I know Dennis been sharing all this stuff, the stuff that he makes, the surfboards, all that stuff he does. I know he has a bunch of them. They're on his site. They're on Facebook. Like, go ahead, support a fellow veteran on that. So yeah. And other than that, Jake, if we wanna start doing the raffle, brother.
I can do that.
Yep. Let me stop here. Going on. Meanwhile, we do that. We have we have a bunch of events that we're gonna be being part of this weekend. Some of our guys, we're gonna have a present. Some of our members, they're Operation 11 Charlie. Stay tuned for that. Again, that we're gonna have some of our guys present and on those events around here around the states, guys. So feel free to stop by the booth. They got a booth, so you see some other guys. Feel free to stop and talk to them, talk to our staff, and be part of that right there. So looking forward to that.
And which are the upcoming events that we're going to be set up at?
So we have we got coming up. We're gonna have some guys at the tiny truck with
The
RC
TW5?
Addicts.
Okay.
Yes, yes. We'll have some local guys there around there. Also, we're gonna have at the EXO event, that
The
EXO Cage event in Alabama. There
Exo
we're gonna
Fest?
have EXO Fest. We're gonna have some guys there. At the Recon G6, we're gonna have some guys there. I'll be there at the Recon G6.
I'll be there too.
Awesome,
We can't
awesome.
forget about Juicebox Hobbies doing his
Ju-
speed party.
So Juicebox Hobbies, yes, Craig is gonna be there, and with our guys there from Kentucky, he's gonna be there. Craig, our Kentucky representative, is gonna be there. Also, what is it? Ledgestock coming up. We will have a couple of our guys there as well. And then I'm probably forgetting some of the other events. I know some of our guys, Crawls and Coffee in Cali. Our California chapter is very active. So Golden State's events, Pump's coming up, Crawlers and Coffee, all the other stuff.
And
So
then one of the last East Coast events is going to be Great Lakes Gauntlet.
oh
There's going to be a bunch of us there.
yes, yes. Go ahead and shuffle it off, Jake, 7 times, my brother.
All
Yes,
right.
7, and then hopefully we still have
7.
Crawling by the Fire as well. That will be another one, so 7 times.
In October.
Awesome.
Are we good to go?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, brother.
All right, here we go.
Good stuff, good stuff. It's a beautiful paint job there. Shout out to Fish and Bill for an amazing job. Oh, Matthew Maynard, awesome. We gotta hit up Matthew to get all. So congratulations to Matthew Maynard. I think Matthew is in Indiana, if I'm not mistaken. So I will reach out to Matthew and get an address so it could be shipped. Who has the body? Dennis has the body holding a Rob.
Not me.
Oh.
I
think
think Craig's got the body.
Craig's
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be working on that. Congratulations. Matthew, brother, always for the support, you and your lovely family, always supporting what we do here in Operation 11 Charlie. So good stuff. Again, let me see why I cannot. You messed my computer again, Dennis. Thank you. I'm gonna have to email me this pic here real quick. And then so we got that covered, guys. Again, next Monday is Memorial Day, right? We may not have if we do have a show, it's gonna be multiple Monday. But it's a tough day for most of us, and then so we may skip that Monday, guys. So and then support. We have some stuff. Some of our guys are gonna be part of some of the events that are being done throughout the Memorial Day weekend, right? Remembering our fallen. So we're gonna have a bunch of guys active in throughout the community and throughout the state. So all our chapter doing stuff on that. So yes. Thank you, Raymond, brother. Appreciate you very much. So let me see here. And we can do this real quick and show this right here. And this is the one. Oh my, uh-oh, messed it up. I messed it up, Dennis.
We're clicking.
That's what I did, bro. Clicking the wrong stuff and I almost killed it live. Oh, Lord.
So much for the
Yeah.
drawing.
All right. That's it.
I'm not blaming Dennis for anything because I won his
Right,
walking
right.
tacos in September.
Yes. Man, and man. Yeah, some guys ate my walking tacos. I don't know, there was some meatball subs and stuff. People sending me pictures. I'm eating this, I'm eating that, and but oh my God, what's wrong with
Yeah, Jake, walking tacos and meatball subs this year.
I
Oh,
told
heck
it. So if you go in there and like I'm bringing my big ass family size Dorito bag. So that's what I'm doing.
We'll save you a chair.
Okay. Okay, let me see.
You'll be there.
That's the plan.
Let me see here real quick.
So
So go ahead, brother.
Jake is not going to be the only Canadian that's going to be showing up at Great Lakes Gauntlet this year. Adam Ross from RC is also coming down.
Oh, no, oh yes, you're right. He mentioned it on the show, right?
Yeah.
So this is gonna be the next raffle coming up, guys. Thanks to
Hey,
my goodness, Jeremy Burrs for the donation, and so this is gonna be a next raffle. It's a mini max, and this thing looks nice. I haven't seen one in person, bro. And if it's like a tank like the big one, have you guys seen this in person?
I
Nah,
have.
So
And-
thank you.
what's up, Josh?
Josh is saying this is where I say I didn't get a sub. No, I'm going to eat a sub before everybody else gets.
All right, that's the one. So all the subs that were sold out, right? They sold out quick, and
They
poor
went real
Dennis.
quick.
Then he put.
I didn't mind. I wanted everyone else to eat, so that was my whole
He
thing.
just had meatballs on the plate. Don't let him fool you.
No, I actually brought meatballs in the bowls to Sharif because he couldn't get away. He wanted to come down.
My goodness, man. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten nine, so meatball sub will be nice right now. That's what's up, man. Anyway, guys, I think that's it, guys. And then follow us, check, we'll post anything for next Monday. We're gonna have a show or not. We may not have a show again, and then we'll be back in 2 weeks. And let me see who we have after that. On the 26th, Memorial Day, man. Following that's the second. It's already June, man. This year has been going quick.
Yeah.
Yes, this year's been going quick, man. My goodness. Think Dennis retiring next year? That's next year you're gonna retire?
Maybe.
Maybe not. Keep playing that lotto. The lotto.
I got a better chance at retiring than I do winning the lotto.
Truth.
I may or may not have actually it's in the garage. Should have brought it. I may or may not have a drifter that came in over the weekend.
Somebody bought a Kyosho Drifter?
How you know it's a show? Yeah, it's that Toyota looking, the Corolla looking
Mm-hmm.
beautiful thing, bro. That thing is gorgeous, man. Oh my
It's
God.
going
So
sideways.
it's going, oh, it's safe. Yeah, going sideways, definitely, man. So that thing is gorgeous, man. Gotta work. We have a few of our guys that do drifting. Uh, James Group here locally. He do drifts in like every week, man. They have a nice track. They took me a couple of months ago. That thing was sweet, sweet stuff, man. Those guys are crazy. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I think that is it. Also, oh, we have a trailer. The trail, right? We're gonna have this. And then we have a customized trailer, man. We forgot about our trailer. Thank you,
Yeah, I
Nick.
forgot all about that.
Yes, we got that beautiful trailer. That is gonna be right after the Minimax. So we'll have probably we open this raffle this week. It's gonna be open for 2 weeks. That's Minimax, and then we get the trailer going after that. You
Yeah,
know.
the trailer's going to be a bat.
Yes, that is a
That thing
beauty.
is awesome. It
And
is awesome.
you guys saw it in person. I only seen
Yeah,
pics of it. So
dude, it's intense. It's got
Here, you want something to
a whole
burn?
bunch of drawers in it that pull out and stuff, and some stuff pulled out on it.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that little trailer is really cool.
It's gonna look real good being pulled behind my Jeep.
yeah. So Automan, it says I'm a veteran in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania members of the Pembroke VFW Post 1718. What events on the East Coast? I know
Well,
Nate.
That tiny truck.
The one coming up at
Yep.
RCEC's place in Pennsylvania.
Yep.
And
Let me check.
Mile Line.
Let me check. And Nate, if anybody the event for it, it's RC Addict page. Let me see. I can find that so I could post it. Also, we have a local chapter there. Bro, I'll found it. Upcoming event here. Let me share this real quick. Put it on the chat. We have a chapter there in I think Jess is near Harrisburg. There. Also, we have a chapter in Maryland that is they're about an hour from that. White Rose Hobbies. If you're familiar with White Rose Hobbies, I know Jesse is near that location there. So that is the event there that the guys are talking, and TSW, Tiny Tire Trek Through the Woods, that is coming up in June 20th to June 22nd. There,
That's in Franklin, PA.
Franklin, PA. Yeah, appreciate
And
it,
if I'm
brother.
not mistaken, White Rose Hobbies is Hamilton.
PA, if
Yes.
I'm not mistaken, yeah, yes. Also, that is in June. In July, in PA, we have what is it? Oh my God, Blue Rocks Campground. That's the Recon G6. Also, we're gonna have some members of Operation 11 Charlie in there. Yes, competition in December. Yes, I'm aware of White Rose and was there Toys for Tots. So yes, thank you. I appreciate anytime. O11C.org. Let me get the chat here please reach out to us on our website, O11C.org. Let me put it here in the chat and reach out to us there. Also in that page, become a member and then reach out to us there. So we're gonna be there. Our guys again is gonna be in that event. Planning on building a crawler upcoming for Toys for Tots. Awesome, man. We always love that stuff. For our brothers, we always active with Toys for Tots. And most of our chapters also helping out. Oh man, this picture that John took. I know we saw that we were talking to John, one of our guys there. If you see this coming your way, it's too late. Right? Eric can tell a little bit about this one right here. Eric, look at this. Look at this baby. So
You're
you
muted.
muted, Eric. You muted, brother. So one of our
B-52 buff. Yeah, if you see
yeah,
one of those
bro.
in there, it's too late to run and duck and hide.
Yeah. So one of our veterans, John, they're in Nevada, and they were just staying at on that base. That's where they are, and they was today. They flew over them, and he took a picture of this stuff. Look at this
That's
baby.
nice.
Look at this, man. Sound of
That's
freedom,
nice.
right? Cool. Good stuff there. Good stuff there. Appreciate. My brother, it was good to see them today before we went live. Thank you. Anytime for that. So let me post here. This is our website. Feel free to reach out to us, o11c.org. Again, let's start saying our goodbyes. I think please stay in contact, guys. Like Milka said it best about our next week coming on Memorial Day week. So support our guys there. It's a tough day for most of us veterans, remembering the fallen and whatnot. So just reach out to your battle buddies, family members. You guys are family member veterans or whatnot. Reach out to them, man. Reach out to them. We always like to stay on the down low here on O11C, get together, just hanging out and trying to, remembers our brothers and sisters, pay the ultimate price. So I think that's it, guys. So let's start saying our goodbyes. Go ahead, Eric, brother.
I know this weekend's it's going to be a rough one for a lot of us. I know it will be for me. So if y'all need somebody to talk to, need somebody just to do whatever, I'm there. Everybody's here. Just get through that day. That's all you need. Just text me, phone call me. I don't care. I don't care if it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Cool.
But thanks for the invite. Thanks for all support. Love y'all, brother.
Cool, my brother. Well said. Go ahead, Jake.
Thank you everyone for coming out and those that joined into the raffle. Yeah, we'll see everyone next time.
You're gonna go to the gauntlet this year again?
I am, yeah. I will see Dennis again.
Is there any event?
And Joe.
Usually it's Proland by the Fire, that, right? So it's not on the same month, right, guys?
I don't think
Not
so.
this year.
Oh, snap.
They changed
Oh.
that this year because you was
snap.
talking about maybe going to the gauntlet.
Yes. Oh, snap.
I said maybe.
Go ahead, Dennis. Meeple subs.
It's another live in the books for O11C.
Cool.
Everybody in chat, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the donations for the bodies, all the raffles. If you see a veteran, tell them thank you, shake their hand. Don't let them go unnoticed.
Cool.
Let them know that, there's still a purpose. This weekend's going to be rough for them. So, anybody that you know is having a hard time, just reach out, send them a text, send them a phone call, say, hey, just checking in on you. Anybody here in O11C, our phone's always on. Doesn't matter what time of day. If you need someone just to talk to, bend an ear, we're here to listen. So hopefully everyone has a good weekend coming up, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you, my brother. Well said. Well said. Go ahead, Joe, brother.
Another good Monday. It's great to hang out with everybody and get caught up with the festivities of the last week. Just like everybody said, it'll be a tough weekend. Sometimes you always gotta remember to think of the positive side of, the experiences that you had if you've lost somebody, instead of focusing on the loss itself. But plenty of people around, it's there to communicate, help you through it, be there for you. Don't be afraid. Just reach out. And if not, we'll find out if we're doing one next week. If not, see you in 2 weeks. And tons of raffles coming. So keep up with the good stuff.
Yes, yes. Well said, brother. Also, we could do a private live. We don't have to go live for our veterans here. Anybody listen or
Yeah,
guys, we could do a just hang out, do a
absolutely.
private behind the scenes live and you just talk here, guys. So we could do that as well for support. Uh, well
Yeah, because
said,
I think
Joe.
Josh is even doing his live on Friday. So even if you
Yeah.
wanted to, I'm sure he would be more than happy to accommodate anything there as well. So
Yeah. Oh, that's a good
we
idea.
just hang out and do it's like a motor pool Monday anyway. So
Yes, yes. We can volunteer. We would just volunteer Josh. Josh. That's a good idea. I like that. I like that. Again, thank you guys. Again, check on each other, man. Support each other, our fellow veterans, first responder, or civilians in general, man. So let's support each other, check on each other. Uh, please reach out, anything for us, guys, o11c.org. And then hopefully we don't see you next Monday. We see you in 2 weeks. Guys, be safe out there. Thank you, everybody.